Hi everyone, in this video we'll be looking at how to install or enable Windows Deployment Service role in your Windows server. So if you're ready, let's get into it. First, there are two ways to actually install or enable Windows Deployment Service role. One way will be to use PowerShell and the other approach will be using the GUI. So we'll quickly look into using both approach. First, to use the GUI, you have to go to your server manager. So under your server manager, you can go to manage and then click on add roles and feature. So on the wizard, you're going to click next, role base, next. You're going to check WDS, which is Windows Deployment Services. So we are going to add this feature. We are going to click next. So on the features tab, we're going to click next, and then here you're going to click next. The two rows you are adding will be your deployment server as well as your transport layer. So you are going to click next. So here you confirm, restart, and all that. Yes, and then you can hit install to begin. So the other approach will be to use PowerShell. So for PowerShell, you're going to open your PowerShell as an administrator. So I'm going to right click on that and run it as an administrator. Yes, the PowerShell command is simply install dash Windows feature, and the Windows feature is WDS. So we'll just click enter. Okay, so that's an exit code of success, so I can close this. So refresh my server. So once that is done, we can see it's added to the server Windows deployment. So I can go to tools to complete the process. I'll open the Windows deployment service. So if I expand this, I get to see my server. So I'm just going to go ahead to configure the server. So I'm going to click configure. Before you begin, you can read through that and then click on next. Of course, this is a DC, so I want to integrate it with Active Directory. I'm going to click next. So the remote install folder is more or less like a folder which houses your WDS services. So it's always advised to store it in a separate drive location. So I'm going to select E. I'm going to change the letter to E and then click on next. So do not listen to DHCP port C, so that's fine. Of course, we can always change this option if you want to. So I want it to respond to all client computer known and unknown. I'm going to click next and then finish to finish the process. So finish. So once you finish, you can say it's starting. So you can right click all tags and do okay start. So let's start the service. Started successfully. If I click OK, we can see we have a blue tick on that, and that's fine. So if you go to your E drive, this PC, and then we go to our E drive, we'll see a folder called the remote install folder. So take note of this folder because in later time, if you want to do some troubleshooting, you always, especially with errors that has to do with PXC23 or so, you will need this remote install folder. So just take note of the location where it's stored. So yeah, here you have it, how you install Windows deployment services. Thank you.